Bring on another 2 years of people telling me I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about because I play on Xbox, because I enjoy Call of Duty. I should just get good. Whatever. The Battlefield 5 minimap system is awful, and it is definitely catering to a flanking playstyle, which usually relates directly to getting shot in the back constantly. Enemies are not punished for pushing your ass, and you're constantly gonna have your ass pushed. And if you've never played Battlefield before, you'll not know that enemies can spawn on each other. That's right. So the one person that flanked you maybe doesn't seem like a big game-breaking deal until 3 people spawn on him. Then you have a problem. Because of the lack of suppressors in Battlefield 5, I don't think we should go back to the Battlefield 3-4 hardline minimap system. Fair enough, I don't think we should. I would not recommend that. But something needs to happen to the minimap to make this game a little bit more competitive and a little less random feeling. Constantly feeling like you're in helpless situations is frustrating. And on top of that, enemies blend in this game. It's not as bad as the beta, but it's still just not optimal. Not being able to 3D spot people when they can blend in with rocks, bushes, snow, dirt, other buildings, other little rooms and dark areas is absolutely detrimental to the game's experience. You can't spot people, and they're hard enough to see with the naked eye anyway. It creates a lot of where the fuck did that guy come from moments. I have a lot of moments in this game where I start to kill somebody, and then I'm taken out from a blind spot behind me somewhere that I wouldn't have fucking seen. You should be rewarded for flanking your opponents, but this is a bit ridiculous, and I don't like the constant feeling of being surrounded and helpless on every objective. The game should promote you to stay with your squad and get into head-on-head gunfights, more so than, fuck it, go around behind them. What are they gonna do? Tell on you? They can't. I like that this buffs the Recon class a little bit, because now the Recon class has a telescope that spots people just by looking at them, and I think that's cool. But the average sniper in Battlefield doesn't really care. It feels like I've played some really good games where enemies are constantly spotted, so props to people using their flare guns and their telescopes, but a lot of them just like to get sniper kills, long-range sniper kills, and I don't blame them for not wanting to stare through a telescope all game. A big reason people run snipers in Battlefield is to get cool long shot kills, and so I don't totally blame them. So anyway, I don't want to rely on the average Battlefield sniper, the average Battlefield player. I don't want to rely on other people in order to have decent situational awareness when I'm playing as support, medic, or assault. There's several ideas that DICE could use. They could have a general area type of thing. So basically what this would be is a little bit of glow on your minimap when somebody's firing a gun near you. Let's say within 55 meters, there's a little glow. So if someone's 55 meters out and they're firing towards you, of course you're probably already going to be able to tell where they are, but some people might not be able to tell if they're not the ones being directly shot at. Maybe they're looking a different direction, maybe they're worrying about something else like reviving people or throwing out ammo. Giving them a little bit of glow on the minimap to let them know where some action's happening might reduce the amount of times you're just getting shot out of nowhere, or your teammate dies from behind and you're just wondering where the fuck did that guy just go. A lot of times I'll see a teammate die and I'll not know where they died from. It's frustrating. What's nice about Battlefield 3 and 4 is that if your teammate dies, you can like glance over at the minimap, look for an enemy Dorito. Now if they're using a suppressor, or if they're far away, or you looked a little too late, you might not see it. And though you might not think that's realistic or tactical or whatever, it reduces the amount of times you feel helpless. So if the left-hand side of your minimap starts to glow, like the left edge, that means there's an enemy towards your left, and as you turn to face them, the glow will be a little bit in front. If an enemy starts killing your teammates from behind, you get a little glow in the back. If your glow is full 360, which on some objectives it will be, it'll be hard to pinpoint where people are, but this is to reduce the amount of times that your teammate just gets like fucking picked off and you don't know where they got picked off from. You could have a traditional minimap system where an enemy shows up as a red dot on the minimap every time they shoot, as long as they're within a certain number of meters, let's say 25 meters. This would be great for when you're on an objective with an enemy, because when you're alone on an objective with an enemy, I mean, sure, that is actually a great time to start to listen for footsteps and listen to the direction of their shots, and you can pinpoint them. But sometimes your teammate will die on an objective or somewhere right next to you, and if you didn't see a red dot on your minimap, that means that they're like further out than 25 meters. And that at least narrows down a little bit, like at least I know their range. At least I know they're at least 26 meters away, and I can start to like look for the general area. Ideally, everyone would be able to use mics and give a call out every time they died, but that's just not how things happen, is it? You could also have a squad 3D spotting system, meaning that for everyone in your squad, you can spot somebody. Maybe it wouldn't last very long, maybe it wouldn't last behind cover, maybe it would be pretty weak actually, but you can spot somebody for your squad mate, not for the rest of your team. Meaning, if there's some assault guy running through a field, you can spot him for your squad and no one else can see that there's a guy running along the field. Everyone else sees like your general area marker where like you kind of like give a little yellow ping over in that direction, but your squad would actually see a 3D spotted person for like 4 or 5 seconds. This would make it so the only people that see who you spotted would be you and 3 other people. It would paint the enemy on the minimap, but of course this wouldn't last very long. I'm not saying the game is unplayable or awful, but a lot of my problems come from these where the fuck did he come from moments. I don't play with a full squad in Battlefield. So keep in mind, this is coming from the perspective of somebody that doesn't play in a full Battlefield squad. Your experience might be completely different, and I'm not saying all of the ideas I just listed here are the ideas that need to be implemented, because maybe they don't. Maybe I'm totally off. But this is my opinion. Reduce the amount of times that a player feels helpless or surrounded or overwhelmed by the game itself. If you have any ideas about this topic or you have some tips for me, that would be great, because the only thing I've done recently is turn up my sensitivity, lower my aiming sensitivity, and so that I can like keep my head on a bit more of a swivel. And behind. Yeah, can I just go 5 seconds without getting shot in the ass, please? It's just get flanked 5. It's all it's fucking maps. But even with a pair of surround sound headphones, I do feel fucked a lot of the time from areas that I didn't predict or couldn't account for, and that is getting old already. The game's been out like a day for me and it's getting old. Anyway, I'm done talking. I'm gonna go play the game now and actually try to get good. I will see you when I see you. Goodbye.